Good morning, Masters. Carrie Lamastis with Take Back Your Light. So it's been a while since I've done a video, but I'm back. Yay. This one, I wanted to discuss what is spiritual awakening and why do I feel so stupid when I say it? Because people ask, you were an interior designer for 30 years and now you're the hypnotherapist. How did you make that transition? And what does that look like? And the truth is it was a spiritual awakening, but I feel really stupid every time I say that. So why? I mean, why do we have such a stigma around this? I think it's because our society we don't talk about it. We don't talk about it. It should be a natural phase of life. And maybe it doesn't happen every lifetime, but if we begin to look at our life as in this longer cycle, like past lives and so on, it should be honored, this phase, because it's significant. It really is, it's significant. So that's why I feel stupid because our society just doesn't talk about it, and we should change that. So if you're going through a spiritual awakening, I'm here for you. Please talk to me about it because I'm in it with you. And congratulations, you've made it. So what is a spiritual awakening? Well, and of course, this is my belief, and you may have your own belief. But in my world, what has happened to me, I do believe this started when I was in my 20s, but I actively shut that door hard. So it not only, it went away. I mean, I've always been spiritual, but on a very lightweight kind of way. In 2019, and I've talked about this before, it was a crazy year, lots of downloads, lots of redirecting. I was redirected. And so I started questioning everything. And that's what led me to hypnosis and hypnotherapy, was my inability to do the design work anymore. He was the message was, stop, you're doing this now. Okay, so I'm doing that now. So that's what happened. But what is it in the process? So once I kind of grounded myself after going through 2019, I began my healing path, my healing journey. And 2019 led me to hypnosis and hypnotherapy. All of that, what I went through, led me to hypnotherapy. And as I, listened to podcasts and videos and things like that about spiritual awakening and the spirit, what it means and what's going on with it, it all tied in perfectly in my mind, for me, with hypnosis and hypnotherapy. So a lot of synchronicities when I was learning about hypnotherapy. I've used the practice many times in my life, including birthing process, manifestation. Like, there's a lot of ways that we use hypnosis and hypnotherapy. But during the healing, it's like, we're like onions, and we just peel the layers of the trauma off. So as I'm peeling my trauma layers and using my hypnosis techniques, I'm becoming more and more free. And this, I think, is the spiritual awakening. As you heal, as you release the limiting beliefs, you become more free. You can't be triggered by that anymore. You're not controlled by that anymore, whatever it is. And it's a pleasure, it's a joy, it's hard work, yeah, but and it's very internal, introspective for me. But what comes when you come out the other side, especially with the big one, I went through a big one just recently, which is big reason why I wasn't on the videos, because I was dealing with a big, deep misconception. I'm going to call it. It was my misunderstanding or my misconception of a situation. And it really just tore my heart apart. And because it involved the person closest to me in my life, I'm not going to give you details, but those of you who know me know about it. And through a lot of introspective work, self-hypnosis, asking guides, asking a lot of talking to guides, there was one particular week where I was shown a different way to look at this. And, you know, I've talked about the universe speaking to you or listening to the universe's messages. This one particular week, it was like I was watching a movie, and I got real loud and clear a different way to look at what was causing me such trauma and turmoil. And then once you get it, it goes away. Like, you don't have to, I now have a different story. I have a different story for what was tormenting me for years, 10 years. And that can't torment me anymore because I have a different story around it. It's gone. I've healed it. And I'm, you know, once you go through that process, especially with something so triggering, so deep. I mean, there are triggers that you're like, yeah, I got over that. That was a little thing compared to my countertop, blah, 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 you know, easy peasy compared to this one. This one was a doozy. And once you get over that doozy, kind of a little bit invincible, because you're like, oh, bring it. And that's kind of what I say to my guys, right? Bring up the trauma, bring up the stuck baggage, because I want to look at it. I want to heal it. I want it out of my body. Bring it on. And they do. Note to self, be careful what you wish for. But if you're really doing this healing work, like, bring it on. So it's not easy, but it's super rewarding. And the way I got through it was hypnosis and hypnotherapy. So if you're dealing with any kind of crazy shit, you're not alone. There are things that you can do. What I like about hypnosis and hypnotherapy, this is personally for me, maybe for you too, it's fast. It works real fast. You know, I have a 4-session program. And at the end, I teach you, well, the whole process is teaching you self-hypnosis and how to write affirmations and things like that. But at the end, the last session is you write your own. And it's incredibly powerful. I had a session last night with a woman who wasn't clear on how to talk to her body, listen to the signs, and she just didn't trust her body. And now we're talking about starting a business and being big, bold, and powerful. She sees herself now as big, bold, and powerful. I mean, and that's in 4 sessions. It's awesome. So I tell you, if you have anything you're going through, hypnosis and hypnotherapy, everyone's different, you know, but it works for me, and my clients are happy. So, and I'm so grateful to have found this process, and I'm so grateful to release all this trauma. It's it's like a freeing of your soul. And I think that is the spiritual awakening. And that's our true right. That's our right as humans. We're not told about the spiritual awakening so that we don't experience it. How do we experience something that we know nothing about? I mean, people do, obviously, people do. But I believe if we knew about it, if we talked about it, it would trigger more souls into this spiritual awakening path. So there's a lot of people talking about it now, very different than when I was 20, but let's talk about it more. And I vow to say that with more confidence. The reason that what gave me the ability to completely change my career in a matter of a couple of years is my spiritual awakening path. It's really transformational and powerful. And I encourage everybody to, deep soul dive. It's hard work, but man, is it worth it. And hypnosis and hypnotherapy has really helped me out. So anyway, didn't mean to turn this into such a commercial, but I'm excited about it. So if you'd like to know more, you can sign up for a consultation. I give free consultations. You can do that from my website. I offer different types of sessions. So there's this 4-session package, which is the regressive release. That's a combination of 2 different methods that I've put together. And then I do those 2 different methods a la carte. So you can, we can have a hypnosis session, which is the journey through your subconscious mind. And that's the 3-hour session. It's very effective and powerful. And then there's hypnotherapy by itself, and which is also effective and powerful. Very much a mind training program. If you want to quit smoking, if you want to lose weight, if you want to think about something in a different way, if you're blocked. But I like the 4th package because you put them both together and it's super powerful and effective. Super powerful and effective. So that's all. I'm glad I'm back on the videos. I hope you are too. Carrie Lamastis, it's time to take back your life. Have a great day, Master.